Yo, I want to chill right now.
You're disrespecting me in a public forum right now. You realize that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want that to be the goal of the podcast, for somebody to let go of their worries in the world and listen to us.
This is my new look, Daddy David. Daddy David.
Born to procreate. Born to procreate. Yeah, that better make it in the intro.
Nah, probably not.
I need that energy, baby. Crack it up.
I'm ready.
Let's get
I'm
it.
a cracker. I'm cracking it up. Hello and welcome.
That's
a good way.
That's the perfect way to start it.
Let's go. Welcome all the beautiful people. Episode 94 of the Unboxing Life podcast. A man down. He is freaking out for this week only. Don't you freaking fret. He'll be back next week. Our boy
Who are we
Alex.
talking about? Because I don't think Cameron's talked. So I think our boy Alex is gone for just the episode, right?
Yes.
We don't know where he is, but we're throwing it back to some OG vibes.
Throwing it back indeed. We will be twerking periodically.
Periodically throwing it back.
Yeah. So
David's giving us lessons.
Right. My other two folks who are holding it down with me, my boys. We got Treasure, aka Trevor.
What's good? How are you? What was
Why are
that?
you saying it like that, did you?
I don't know.
What's good, gang? We
Yeah,
are
what's
6
up?
away from the 100th episode. We are
Wow.
slowly closing in. So
Ooh.
congratulations to both of you.
Rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
And Apple Podcasts, please.
Exactly. And who just told you to rate it 5 stars?
That's
C Blaze, also known as Cameron.
That's me. It's Cameron. What's up?
Oh.
Hope everyone's having a good day out there. Hope we can bring a smile to your face with our nonsensical babbling. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah.
Yes,
What are we getting into
sir.
today?
Speaking, we're doing a little variety episode. No top, or we're doing topics. I have a very loose docket for the gentleman, like I did a couple seasons ago, a couple episodes ago. So stay tuned. This will be a wild ride for y'all.
Before that, we're going to get into traditions, everybody.
Let's do it. Who you want to go
Let's
first?
see. Who should go first? Cam.
All right, brother.
The fun fact.
So, we are in the midst of the Winter Olympics right now. And so a slightly Winter Olympics inspired fact is that in Sweden, curling is a common and often played sport. And so instead of calling an overprotective parent a helicopter parent, they refer to them as curling parents, which other people then commented that it's common in other parts of Scandinavia. But the idea being that in curling, you have sweepers who go in front and hover over the stone and sweep and make the path less frictionless and easier for the stone. So the metaphor is pretty great with what they have at hand.
Dope.
Yeah,
That's funny. I didn't realize curling was like a prominent sport in any particular country. I guess.
yeah.
It's a big deal, man.
It's
wouldn't
pretty
think it,
big.
but-
It's pretty big in Scotland as well. That's where it was invented. All the Scandinavian countries and Canada as well, and the U.S. But yeah,
It's
fun
a
sport.
very weird sport, but I have respect for people that dedicate their lives to one lane.
no, it's
There you
super
go.
fun.
It's weird.
It was determined.
Yeah.
It was determined. I think like last Winter Olympics, I watched a whole thing on it of like it's mathematically and statistically the easiest sport to become an Olympian in. Because of the like amount of training you have to do and the amount of competition you have to go through to like actually get to the top level of what curling is compared to a lot of the other sports. And so, but it's still like extremely fun.
It's like
and
winter cornhole.
Yeah, I'm loving all the videos I'm seeing on TikTok of people getting like unnecessarily overhyped at curling matches. It's great.
Yeah, it's almost like its own meme, but people take it seriously. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. No, it's an extremely difficult sport. Honestly,
I'm not saying otherwise. For
at
sure.
the highest level, like those people just do things that like you wouldn't think possible when you see amateurs play versus when you see them play. It's super cool. So
That's what makes them Olympians.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I respect any sport or whatever kind of event they want to put in the Olympics to keep it fresh. I mean, curling's been around for a while, but you know,
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
people complaining about the new stuff, put it all in, whatever.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, see what sticks.
I want to see the. Have you ever seen like Viking tug of war rowing, where they sit in the same boat facing each other? And so it's like 6 on 6, and they're in the same boat facing each other, and there's a line in the middle, and you have to out row the other team so that you pull them across or you pull yourselves across to their side of the pool.
Wow,
That sounds ridiculous,
Yeah.
and I'm exhausted by like 10 seconds of thinking about that.
for real, sounds so strenuous.
Yeah, the
Dude,
videos
I
are
would get
nuts.
like 15 good ones in. I'm done.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
All
they're
right,
nutty with
well, I'll go next. I don't want to save myself for last. I'll get it out there real quick.
Okay.
My track of the week is "Goat" by Polyphia.
Oh shit! All right.
Yes,
Sick.
dude.
I love the pick, man. What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I listened to the album, and which
Oh, that's a big W. That's a W. We're holding up the dub.
I know about 4 years too late. Trevor recommending
It's
it.
never
and
too
stuff.
late. Never
Well,
too late.
yeah. And the album's great, man. It's pretty hard. It's
What
a great length.
What genre
Yeah.
are we working with?
It's like progressive rock instrumental mixed with hip hop. It's cool as fuck.
Cool, interesting.
Yeah, I guess some people wouldn't label it math rock too. I don't really
Yeah,
know.
that's a common, especially considering you have Yvette Young on there, who's from Covet. That's what it was. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I heard they have one of the people from Chon on there too and stuff.
Yep. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. They have Jason Richardson on there, who is like a virtuoso as well. He's a guitarist for All That Remains now, but he was in Born of Osiris and Chelsea Grin. So he's got his own stuff too. He does a lot of stuff with Luke Holland.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I've been diving into instrumental stuff lately, and I just listened to this album again today, and been on repeat pretty much. And it's nice. I mean, this track in particular, the whole album is great. Every track is solid pretty much, and there's a lot of hard stuff. And then this is just so climactic. It's my favorite track on the album. It's so
Ooh, nice.
hard. It's the freaking listen for the drums, the drum and bass like freaking playing off each other like duet is insane. Oh my god.
I'm glad you like it, man. I still think Nasty is my favorite on there with Jason Richardson.
Yeah.
It's the title of the song. It's Nasty, but there's like a nice little
Onomatopoeia.
yeah, it's like a nice little drum pattern that I just get attracted to every time I listen to it. So
Nice.
oh, album's fantastic. I'm glad you finally enjoy or you listen to it. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm more able to get into instrumental music. I mean, the last few tracks I've recommended on here are instrumentals. I'm trying to do that a little bit more too. So
Dope. There's a lot of dope shit on there. Or like not well, especially with them, but there's a lot of dope shit out there. So
yeah,
Cool.
there you go. Check it out.
all right.
Let's do our final tradition.
Give it to the people one more time, just so they know.
Oh yes, GOAT, as in GOAT, greatest of all time by Polyphia.
Sweet.
They are
On new
goated
levels,
for
new
this
devils.
one. Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get into my. I got 3 words for you guys. My words of the day. So, I'm still reading Circe. So we're gonna jump right into it. These are 3 that I found were very intriguing in my readings. So the first one is ambivalence, and ambivalent is having and I need to fucking spell it because I need to get a hold of my own tradition. It's ambivalent, and it is having or showing simultaneous and contradictory attitudes or feelings towards something or someone, characterized by ambivalence. And the sentence in which it comes from is on page 156. And it says, "But guilt and shame, remorse, ambivalence, those are foreign countries to our kind, which must be learned stone by stone." So
Wow.
the second one is let me double. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna pronounce that incorrectly. It's lithe, Lithe, and it is to be easily bent or flexed, and characterized by easy flexibility and grace. And the sentence is from page 159, and it's I led her to the underworld myself, that lithe and hopeful girl. For what reason? So
Okay.
yeah, your last. This is probably one of my favorite words just to look at. It's such a cool word to me, and it's also a title of a death metal album from the Black Dahlia murder. But it's the word is miasma or miasma.
Ooh, yeah, it's a good one.
It's miasma, and it is a vaporous exhalation formerly believed to cause disease, or an influence or atmosphere that tends to deplete or corrupt. And the actual sentence that it comes from basically gives the definition as it. So it's pretty cool, but it's miasma. It was called pollution. It rose from unpurified crimes, from deeds done against the gods, and from the unsanctified spilling of blood.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've only ever heard that
Words
word
of the
in
day.
I've only ever heard that word in like fantasy contexts of like
Yeah.
magic
only heard-
plague, like
I
miasma.
only heard it because of the death metal album that I know. So.
Yeah.
I think I heard it from Inuyasha first, the old
Oh,
anime.
nice.
Yeah.
My cousin loves that show.
It's a classic. I'm glad you're doing this because I realize I learn words a lot from context, and that's a fine way to do it. But like some of my definitions will be slightly off. So like I thought ambivalence was more like apathy as opposed to two contradictory feelings. So that's interesting. Yeah.
No, I'm glad you find value in it, and I'd find value in it too. Like especially just going back and looking at the words that I find, to be titillating as I read. It's really cool, honestly. There's so many words to describe the same thing, especially in English. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
quite the vast and expansive language.
Yes. Yes. English borrows root words from a lot of different things, makes it slightly different, and then is like, this is our word now. So
Yeah.
it's we've got a lot of ways to say a lot of very similar but slightly different things.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And with all
Synonyms.
those traditions, we're going to get into this week's episode. So, the most important thing that's happened, at least for most of the people in the world, is the Super Bowl. How did you guys watch? Did you guys watch it? Super Bowl 56. Did you guys like
The
it?
big game.
The big game, LA Rams versus Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, dude. David, do you
like-
have a take?
David,
Oh.
did you watch it all?
You-
I didn't watch it.
You seem like you're about to say.
Sadly, I haven't watched the Super Bowl in a lot of years. Wow, it might be like
I thought you watched the one before with Bucks. You didn't watch the Bucks last year?
Bucks Chiefs.
Bucks. No,
Damn.
it's
Tom
it's
Brady.
probably been like since I went to college. I didn't watch any in college. I don't think, and I haven't watched any since. Which I mean,
Wow.
maybe one in there, but like I like this. I like watching the Super Bowl, but just. I don't know. Some of my family members don't watch football anymore, so I haven't had and I haven't had a friend group to get together with it, honestly. So,
Damn, you should have told me.
well, yeah, I didn't
Well,
think of it.
you had to work the next day, so it probably would have been a long drive. But
Yeah, freaking Sunday, but
no, I'm with you. I don't watch football at all. I grew up watching it with my father, but like as an adult, I've only watched the last couple Super Bowls really. So, and I've just had friends that invite me to parties and we just watch it together. And it was a lot of fun. The game was great. Basically the entire way there was like next to no penalties thrown at all. And then at the very fucking end, it's just penalty after penalty after penalty. It's almost like they gave the Rams that last touchdown, which kind of fucking drove me insane. Like, and for like at least in my eyes, the first call was bullshit. Like that holding was non-existent at fucking all, and they gave him a free first down. They basically had 4 fucking first downs like back to fucking back in the red zone. Like they had every fucking opportunity to get that touchdown, and of course they did. But
Yeah.
I was going for the Bengals because my coworker likes them, and I was really torn up because I was like, yo, they're gonna pull it. I'm like going for them. Like I'm really wholesome with it. Like, yo, I don't give a shit about this team, but I'm here for y'all. And like,
yeah.
it was just really disappointing. That first holding call was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Dang.
We needed the Cincinnati Bengals to win to end the 6-year miasma that has been brought up by the killing of Harambe at the Cincinnati Zoo. So it would have it would have tied up the hole in space time through which such misfortunes as what we've suffered the last several years have come through.
I'm gonna skip across that one.
But we missed it.
Never discussing
We missed it
on this fucking podcast.
We missed it by 3 points. Damn. No, I was happy either way because it would have been sick for Joe Burrow to be. He would have been the first quarterback ever to
lead the league in fucking sacks.
Maybe that too. He might have set other records.
He got sacked 51 times. He was the first quarterback to get to the Super Bowl leading the league and getting sacked.
Damn.
I saw the stat. That fucking blew my mind.
I didn't know that one, but that makes sense. Yeah. There was a similar one the other year that was Jameis Winston when he was still the Bucs quarterback. He threw like 35 touchdowns and 35 interceptions in the same season.
Oh my God.
He had the highest amount of interceptions while still like getting into playoffs and also throwing that many touchdowns. Like, because usually if you throw picks that much, you just don't play. But
or
anyway.
just lose the game.
Both. But yeah. But no, Joe Burrow would have been and still can technically be the first, like in the coming years, the first quarterback to ever win the Heisman Award, which is the best player in college football, the college national championship, and then a Super Bowl. And so had he done it this year, he would have done it. He would have been the first to ever do it, and he would have done it in 3 years, his second year in the league.
Wow.
So it would have been insane.
It's wild. It's almost like the Heisman means fucking butt fuck all.
I was gonna say it's funny how that hasn't happened before, but it's just so competitive, I guess.
The only person I know in the league, I don't even know if he's in the fucking league anymore because that's how much I don't watch football, but Tim Tebow, didn't he won the Heisman, right? Like
I think so.
12, 13 years ago.
It can happen where the teams don't like the player will win the Heisman, but the team doesn't win the chip, or the other way around, where like he was like a Heisman contender and won the national championship, but some other guy was like better than him. But what happens a lot of the time is that the players who are Heisman winners from national winning teams go in the first round of the NFL draft to the shittiest NFL teams, which is why the Bengals were 10-7 this year, but managed through Joe Burrow and T. Higgins and them and their receiving core to actually like make it all the way to the Super Bowl somehow. I still don't know how it happened. It was absurd, but
both of those teams deserved it.
But yeah,
and it was cool that it was in LA.
Yeah, on the other side, you have Matt Stafford, who has been on the Lions and other teams that just like never gave him a chance, and he played his fucking heart out and he earned his victory. And same with Aaron Donald, who's been like considered basically one of the best defensive players in football his entire career.
There was a couple crazy.
He really deserved it.
There was a couple plays in the red zone that were like insane, where they were just swatting out, like they weren't going for like interceptions or anything, but they were just like swatting the fucking ball out of the air, like it would have clearly been a TD, and they're just like swatting it out. Like the game, it was close the whole way. It wasn't a blowout, it wasn't a shootout either, which was I like close games. So
yeah, no, it was good. It was good for the neutral viewer for sure. I liked it. It was it could have been interesting. There was the I believe final points that the Bengals scored were came after a missed offensive pass interference call because he just ripped the face mask.
Not only that, but they also like, I can't remember the context of it, but they like fucked up the field goal.
Yeah,
like he like slipped out of his hand. And it looked like when they kept replaying it, because they replayed it the entire night, because they were just not over it at all.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Like, when he hiked it to him, and it looked like they were doing it on purpose, and he was gonna like QB it that play.
Yeah.
Like, the guy would have like taken his fucking hand off. Like if he didn't stop his foot, because his foot is like, here's the football, and his foot's like right here, like 6 inches away. Like, and he had to like stop mid kick. You know how mean them shits are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It wouldn't have been pretty.
No. Broken hand instantly.
But yeah, it is interesting, the media cycle based on who wins the replays we actually see and don't see.
It's also funny as fuck. Like knowing that they have a set of hats for each of the players on that team, and all of them, like regardless of who wins, they print them for both teams.
You know, they then donate those to like the Red Cross and like other random organizations that like supply clothing to like underprivileged communities around the world. Cool. And so there are many children from impoverished areas of the world wearing like Super Bowl champions like 2016, and it says the losing team on it, like in like shirts and shoes, because they make all the merch so that they have it instantly, because it's apparently more profitable to not have to make it so that you have it immediately, because people will buy it immediately as opposed to having to wait for manufacturing. So it's hilarious. It's so funny.
There's lead times and vendor, all of that kind of stuff.
But yeah, just boxes upon boxes, just fucking warehouses full of the losing team's merch that says Super Bowl champions. And they do it for the playoffs too, for like the AFC and NFC and everything, like the semi and quarterfinal rounds. Like it's just so much. So
a lot of fabric being used here.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it gets wasted. I'm sure not all of it makes it to the donation piles. So it's tough. It's consumerism at its finest, at its most extreme. But yeah,
fuck the game. The game is cool, but
halftime show.
The thing that I was looking forward to most was that motherfucking halftime show.
Nice, yeah.
I was absolutely looking forward to it, and I'm surprised that Mr. David didn't watch it just for that.
Yes, Trevor was on his story making boomerangs on Instagram and clinking glasses, and he was like, golly gee willikers, I cannot wait for this halftime show, and he was excited by it, and you had a great time with it. What was your favorite part?
Yeah, no. Oh god, that fucking that entire Kendrick performance was everything I needed.
Yeah.
I even said, like, the second that show was over, I went to the kitchen, and I like grabbed my phone, I took a picture of myself with my hat down low, and I'm like, yo, that K-Dot performance was it. It was the shit. But yeah, it starts with him like in the Dre Day boxes, and he's got his his crew of like 40 people that if you watch the Humble video, it makes even more sense when he does it. But like he's doing the whole like stop motion thing with the gun sounds to Mad City. That was the hardest shit I've ever seen. And then it goes right into All Right. Like, dude, I flipped out when he started playing All Right. I like fell out of my chair. I was like, bruh, you know how many fucking people are playing this or like watching this, and he's playing the song All Right? Do we know what All Right is about? Like,
they made him. Did you notice bleep the word popo?
Yes, I
where the line is we hate popo, and
it really bothered me.
They had the blanket.
Both times that
there was a time later in the show, I think it's in Still Dre, where they say we and still don't like police or something like that.
Still not
loving police. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get why
they didn't censor the second mention of it. But
yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, that was
I think
rough.
maybe the only reason I think is because of that Geraldo clip where like the news networks like picked up on that shit, and that's like what they play in fucking DNA.
Yeah, I mean, I think
that was the line from that song that sparked that shit.
Yeah, I think the NFL just didn't want like, you know, Fox News and them creating a field day of Tucker. I can see Tucker Carlson just like, and they're gonna let this man come on national television and say that he hates the police, and does the NFL have absolutely no respect for our men in blue? Like, just shit like that. So but then Dre like said we still not love him, please. So I don't. Yeah, but
I don't. So get it. It's a really weird line in the sand, but
the NFL has been just like
madhouse,
absolutely shit show of towing the political line for the last, like, the NFL as a bureaucracy. I don't mean like the players are doing their own things, and I support that. Like you have a platform, you became like an insane football player, you have visibility, you have fans, you have people who care about you and care about what you think. Like, it makes sense that you would use that platform to speak your mind and do your stuff. So that's great. And the NFL is just fucking like not at all been able to figure out how to cope with that since it started happening, since Colin Kaepernick first took a knee. Like,
it seems that they're finally trying to do it, especially with the deal with Rock Nation. Like, I think it was in 2019 where they inked it, where they're in charge of their Super Bowl halftime shows. So that's why we get the dope ass shit like the J-Lo and and theirs, and last year's being The Weeknd, and now this. Like, they're taking steps, but it's still not there. Their audience, what their audience is there for. They're gonna.
Yeah, they're still gonna toe that line, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, on that topic, I don't know if we have confirmation of if it was an intentional thing, but like watching it back, it definitely seemed like it with Eminem taking the knee after his performance. Like he did that for like at least a minute straight.
That is interesting.
I didn't catch.
Yeah.
I noticed it. I thought it was just like a power stance thing. Like this is just like part of the performance of like.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Of like I'm gonna like stay down and like I don't know. It's like a gathering power kind of a thing, but.
That's how I took it, but like, when you think about it like that, no, that
makes sense.
Makes sense.
There was the joke
that you
of
see in those shows it's done to a T. Like there's a reason for it. So
there's that one meme / TikTok audio that it's like the dude panning around the room and it's like y'all are African Americans plus Mark, which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us, and it's like Mark is the one white dude in the room, and so like it's like Kendrick and Mary J. Blige and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and then just Eminem right there, and so he's the one white guy in the cast. So yeah, I mean if you view it as that, it is a good respectful thing. We are on top of that, of course, in Black History Month, so it's nice to see cornerstones of the music industry. From the
Happy
African American
Black History
community.
Month, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
If we didn't say that last episode, happy fucking Black Friday.
Jesus Christ, not at all the same. Yes, Black History Month. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the freaking the mecca of hip hop, just
was
doing
great.
its thing on the world stage. It was
And
dope
R&B.
as fuck.
I was trying to like, it's crazy. I didn't get like how this all came together at first. I feel like now I get that like the through line is Dr. Dre because he's worked with all of these artists so heavily, and like okay, he brought them together, and like, but at first I was like, dang,
he was the architect for every one of these artists.
Right, like we had, and then like to have all those artists and then bring out 50 Cent and Anderson .Paak just randomly.
True, yeah.
Dude,
were they even in the advertised lineup?
I took a double take. I was like,
I don't think he was.
Yeah. I fucking love him, man.
Yes. And also, I will say, I saw some freaking article that was talking about, I don't know, just him playing like for, that song and whatever. And it's like, fans might have spotted rapper Anderson .Paak on the drums. Like, can we not call every black musician a rapper, if they
rhyme the drums?
Come on, dude.
He's in an R&B group.
He is singing
does
and drumming so much more than he's rapping. It's ridiculous.
He didn't even rap a fucking lick that entire show, which is totally fine.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
it was also like the rest of the band. I thought it was them, and then I confirmed it, but it was the Free Nationals which was his band with him. Nice. That was the rest of the group. I was really pleased about that. It was Black Power everything, man. I fucking loved it.
They have a great Tiny Desk concert too. Him and the Free Nationals.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Tiny Desk on NPR, go do yourself a favor and look up some.
There's some great ones.
Yeah, the Mac Miller one's fantastic. There's a lot of great ones. T-Pain killed his. There's a lot of cool ones.
That was when people like discovered T-Pain could sing without auto-tune, and they were like,
"Bam.
What?"
I
T-Pain's
a
talented
few years
musician.
ago, and then
fuck yeah, dude.
I feel like there was like an awakening like 5 years ago, like randomly.
I feel like it was with that, but I might be wrong. But that was several years ago at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was cool. I think that Kendrick was like, I mean, as far as just the individual performances, it was so fiery and energetic and just crazy. Like,
yeah.
Mary J was like was losing her mind and like just like smacking herself in the head. Like she was
She, like the lyrics are like, I'm losing my mind, I'm about to lose my shit, like and then she like collapses on the backstage. Like I've already seen memes of that.
She was hitting it with the growls too.
She was hitting notes that were like scratching my throat. Like I was like just thinking about hitting those notes. I was like, I'm cool. She killed her shit. I'm still like that 50 shit. I didn't expect him at all because they didn't bill him, which is like totally cool. I love the surprise. but he's like upside down, like which is homage to his music video, and then you got the humble homage music video. Like, it was just created with love, man. It was so dope. I loved it.
Yeah.
No, they killed this shit. And I feel like if anyone thinks that this is underwhelming, first of all, you're wrong. And second of all, I don't think you understand the importance of like everyone like coagulating into that one space. Like it was a moment.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's
insane.
It never stops being impressive how they cram so much into such a small time slot too. It's like they get like 12 minutes like from start to finish, like after they roll out, and I think they had to roll out like a whole like field covering thing to protect like, the field.
The map.
It was kind of hilarious. They did spend most of the time on top of the cars, but there's times like the whole 50 bit is like inside that car, and so if you're on the other side of the stadium, you're just seeing nothing. You're hearing.
I heard that too.
You're hearing 50. I mean, let's be honest. SoFi Stadium is like incredible and gorgeous, and that jumbotron is out of the 23rd century. It's like, so you can still see. You still have a great like probably 1080 4K view, whatever, of the performance, but it still is, like you pay so much freaking money for those tickets and you're on the back side of the halftime show. It's tragic. You get a 50-50 chance.
When I saw the like when they were just on the NBC, just like the broadcast or whatever for the Super Bowl, and they were showing like just the field, like the empty field before the show started. I had caught a glimpse of the jumbotron, and I'm like, wait, is that real? Like, and then they kept showing it, and I'm like, holy shit, it's like a ribbon. It's really odd. It's out of this world cool, but
because they do a lot of like CGI overlay and like and stuff like that, where you can viably, like, if you didn't know that stadium existed, think it was another thing they did in post and like created by the computers. But yeah, no, it's just incredible. It's that and the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta that the Super Bowl was at recently, I think, as well, that are just fucking gorgeous and completely insane modern buildings. So if that's the way that kind of architecture is going, it's going to be just the future is here before we know it kind of a thing. Super cool.
I'm here for it. All in all, it was a cool event. I loved the halftime show. Fucking killer shit. Great game. Still not a football fan, but I love watching it.
Not a football fan?
Yeah. No, I enjoy watching football, but I will never be caught up in the action of rooting for my team for 16 games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's another level.
Yeah. So, yeah. But that's our Super Bowl recap. Let me open my my notes for another one. Oh, yeah. I guess while we're on the subject of football, Tom Brady finally retired after 22 years.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little note.
Yes, he will retire.
He will not get an 8th ring.
He will retire to his gorgeous supermodel wife and family, his children, and his multi-million-dollar athletic wear and lifestyle and supplement company. So
shucks.
Yeah, he's
averaging a Super Bowl championship every 3 years.
Yep.
God, why is he retiring?
Yeah. So he'll
go enjoy your money.
Yeah. He'll be just enjoying life for the next however many years.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well,
thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Yeah, you're great to watch. But
brought my New England Patriots 6 Super Bowls. We love to see it. Cornerstone of my childhood, that man. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to pivot abso-fucking-lutely completely away from sports, did you guys hear that Sony is buying Bungie?
Really?
Yeah. $3.6 billion.
Ooh.
Wow.
They're buying Bungie.
Damn.
They will be owning Bungie, the developer.
What does Bungo still make other than Destiny?
That's their primary IP.
Yeah.
So I don't think they support anything else at the current moment.
Not much else. Yeah.
But they did say, I think they confirmed this years ago, that they will not be doing a Destiny 3, and they will be supporting Destiny 2 for the foreseeable future. But if they do venture into a new IP, that would be very interesting. And I don't think we're going to see that for another at least 4 or 5 years. Destiny 2 has got a lot of steam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
they basically
on the subject of,
they nailed their formula and they're sticking with it, and they're just gonna add just more content over and over again, more raids and dungeons and whatever the hell. So they've settled into their thing with their player base.
I'm wondering if they'll ever, like their new IP. I wonder if it'll ever be an exclusive like shooter, because the last shooter that I remember, like first person, like traditional shooter that Sony had first party rights to was Killzone, and the last Killzone was in 2013. So them owning Bungie, who's obviously they founded Halo and now Destiny, the Destiny franchises. It'll be interesting to see if they do tackle a new IP in the coming future.
Yeah. What the Activision Blizzard was like 7 billion or something?
70. Like
70. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes.
But it just goes to show you that
Yeah.
Bungie by itself is still quite the heavy hitter for almost 4 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I'm sure you're acquiring a lot of employees, like intelligence and skill and infrastructure.
They have like
and
600 employees.
Yeah, office buildings, all that stuff. So yeah.
Yep, they're gonna loop it in their profit and loss statements.
Hey,
Well.
this guy does finance.
I mean, it's like we were saying, everyone's just getting bought up. Everyone's going to be under the same umbrella at some point.
Mega corporations, who will you sell your soul to play video games?
There you go.
While we're on gaming, the Cyberpunk 2077 finally, after almost a year and a half, almost, damn near, they finally released their next gen update for the native consoles, the current gen being Xbox Series X and PS5. I think that just launched today, so
damn,
that's pretty cool and notable. Are you planning on buying or playing it, either of you?
If the word is good, then I would be excited to play it. Like if people are like, it really fixed everything. Seems like it'll be a cool game. But
they added ray tracing and 4K capability, obviously, and it's running at a buttery smooth 60 FPS, and they squashed all the bugs and all the glitches and added some missions and all that. So.
If that's actually true, then yeah, goddamn.
Yeah. This is when I think I said before we started something about it, but like it was supposed, like behind the scenes, I think the development team was saying it was supposed to come out 2022. Like at the time it was like, they announced like April 2020, and they like people on the team thought it was a joke because it was so early, and like, this is when it was supposed to originally, like this is what would make sense on the development schedule. So it's funny that like they possibly
it actually did
got it to that, fixed it. And
the funny shit is, like, even with you saying that, like when they launched in December 2020, they got instant backlash, and like their credibility was completely fucked. But they like promised that this gen update, this current gen update that we're currently talking about, was gonna come out by like second quarter of last year. So like by like latest June, and we're now in February. So it's like 8 months after that. They were like broken promises everywhere, and they're finally on their word about it. So I picked it up for $10 like 4 months ago.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You picked up the game for $10?
Yeah, I picked up the game for $10, brand new. It was for like Best Buy had some, and they've been doing it forever. Like that game has been on sale for every other month. You could catch it on for like $20.
I think I looked at it for Black Friday, but it was like not as low as I expected or wanted it to be, so I didn't actually buy it. I might have. I don't know. I don't freaking remember.
There was like some random deal of the day from Best Buy that was like $10.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll buy it for the future.
I would like that to play that game at its full potential once I do finally get a next gen console.
I will absolutely be streaming that for sure.
Yeah, it's rough when a universally beloved thing like that with such good faith built up, just
completely down the shitter,
crashes and burns.
Going from like the most critically acclaimed game of all time, basically, to the shittiest game of all time. It's like, and it's crazy.
There's so much hype and so much build up, and
it was bound to fail either way. Even if it did launch this year, like it was still gonna fall flat.
We don't blame
Not
you,
as hard as
Keanu
that,
Reeves.
obviously, but
We don't blame you, Keanu Reeves. You were duped
Yeah.
as well. You were a victim in
You were-
this.
you were breathtaking.
You were still
That is
breathtaking.
so
Yes,
true.
of course.
For
The
sure.
Weeknd wrote a song about him. Hey.
Keanu.
Yeah.
Oh way.
There you go.
Can's not a real fan.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Anyway,
That's tough.
Anyway,
didn't register for
Oh,
a
yeah,
second.
I only have one more gaming thing, and I guess Horizon is coming out, or Horizon Forbidden West is launching this Friday, and then we've got Elden Ring coming out the week after. So
Oh yeah.
it's quite the time to be a gamer right now, for sure.
I'm excited. I might get Elden Ring actually.
I would like to know if you enjoy it, because I'll get it if you do. But
Okay.
I haven't
Yeah.
really looked into it at all. I don't know if it's even worth getting, but I know there's a shit ton of hype, and it's from Software, right?
Yeah.
So
If
gonna be-
yeah, if people, I mean, if it's not like filled with glitches and stuff, I'll probably get it soon. I usually don't get games that early, but like Sekiro, I loved it, and with how much good faith, let's cross our fingers, that studio has built up over the years,
Yeah.
and then combined with George R. R. Martin like doing the world and stuff is pretty cool.
To be fair, though,
Oh, that's that one. Okay.
they've had they've had way more games than CD Projekt Red, so it's like you can more easily put your faith in that game will be at least solid.
Which studio is it?
Yeah,
It's from Software.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Blue Point Games handled the Demon's Souls remake last couple years ago,
Oh yeah.
which was also great from what I heard. So
yeah.
I'm certain it's. I'm just looking for whether or not it's like optimized for like 60 frames a second and all that good shit. Because I'm wondering if it's just gonna be like a pop-in simulator, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, I do want to play it, but I'm realizing now, like, I played and beat Sekiro when I had all the time in the world on my hands, and I was doing nothing. And, like, I don't know how, like, a full-time job and then going home and beating my head on my freaking desk is going to feel. But that's
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
Damn.
Very
True.
little free time that you have. You don't want to spend it frustrated at a game. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, like, literally hopping on after work and making no progress. And
I'll do
being like,
this.
well,
Yeah.
I learned something, I guess. And
I
then
learned.
getting off.
Spent all day at work learning, and now I'm gonna keep learning. Like,
Yeah,
it's brutal.
that is tough.
Goodness.
It's-
Um,
I'm sure it's
Adult
not gonna be easy.
gamers.
Adult
Yeah.
gamers for sure. But yeah, that's all the gaming news I had. I guess I'll save my little thing for last. But while we're on some entertainment, the Uncharted movie comes out this Friday, featuring Tom Holland and Mr. Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So
dude.
soon.
I'm personally very excited for that.
Yeah, I am as well, largely because I have never played any Uncharted games, so I don't have something I'm in love with that I'm gonna see them like possibly tweak in ways that I don't want them to do. I'm just gonna like my first experience with the story is gonna be Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, and that's gonna be that. So
I think
yeah,
the
I
entire,
basically am fully set up to enjoy it because it seems like they're doing. I mean, Tom Holland was doing interviews and was like, "Yeah, making No Way Home and this movie like literally broke my body. Like I was just like," and he's what, like 25 or less. I don't know how old he is.
I don't know his age, but you can keep talking.
Yeah, so like extremely like peak physical fitness and like doing these stunts that are just like fucking killing him. And I watched like a lot of some of the behind the scenes of Uncharted, and there's like certain scenes that look like they should just be CGI and green screen, that they actually did a lot of the shit and he's actually just taking hits, and it's just like, oh my goodness.
It's the same with Daniel Craig doing the James Bond movies.
Yeah,
like, he
yeah,
broke
yeah.
his leg when he was doing, I think, Skyfall, I want to say.
Yeah.
Then he was like, I fucking hate this role. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I've been doing this for 16 years. I've
Yeah,
broken
dude.
every bone in my body. Like, they were filming shit that he shouldn't have been doing, and he was doing it at fucking 35, and I think he's like damn near 52 now.
Jackie Chan is the king of doing his own stunts and ending up injured. I think he shot like an entire like back half of a Rush Hour movie in a cast because he like broke his leg halfway through or something. So it's
Not fucking surprised.
It's insane. So, but
Being an
yeah,
action
no.
star is not all it's cracked out to be.
No. But well,
Actually,
if
it is.
you
You're
land
cracking bones.
if you land Zendaya, then you're fine. It's worth.
There you go.
I don't even want. All right, I'm not gonna do it. But
Okay.
we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm excited for that. It's Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg in the same movie feel like crossing universes that shouldn't make contact. It's weird.
Still don't know if I feel him playing Sully.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's very weird, but maybe I'll fuck with it. I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah.
He doesn't give me Sully vibes. He's not old enough. I don't know. He doesn't feel. He doesn't feel like Sully, but we'll see. I'm just praying the movie's cool. I think it's just gonna be fan service. The movie. I don't think it's gonna be anything fucking crazy. Well, at least in the stunts will be crazy, but in terms of like the story, it'll be very, very easy to follow.
Yeah, that'd be probably like the Tomb Raider movie a few years ago.
I hope it's not like the Tomb Raider movie because that was dog.
Have you seen the trailers?
No, I get what you're saying,
Trevor.
I've unfortunately seen the same trailer like 6 times because I watched No Way Home like 6 times. So
there's probably one during the Super Bowl too. I don't remember.
Yeah. I watched fucking No Way Home twice, and then I watched Dune, and all 3 of them played that fucking trailer. I'm like,
damn.
I'm tired of it. I've seen him fall out of the plane 3 times now.
Oh yeah.
There's only so many times I can be like, oh shit, he's doing that. Like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What sucks is that like I didn't want to know that that scene was in there because that's in one of the games, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Damn, your cutout there was perfect. Clip that.
Whatever. Clip that.
That's got sound potential.
Yeah. I went to the movies recently, and I'm still getting back into it. I haven't gone much.
Wait. Did you watch No Way Home?
I did watch No Way Home.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? We're learning, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck David. You saw it with Jordan, didn't you?
No, it was with Caitlin and Billy. It was a spur of the moment thing.
Oh man.
Like, so
isn't that the phrase that boyfriends use to explain cheating on their girlfriends?
Yes,
it was a spur of the moment thing.
I didn't love her in the moment.
Look, I mean, I feel like it's fair game.
Unloyal.
If someone has already,
fair game, when your friend tells you to fucking pick a fucking day, and I don't fucking pick a day for a month and a half, and then I go see it.
It would have been hard. You've already seen it. It's fair game for me to see it whenever. I feel like.
That's not true. I literally told you to tell me when I would make it happen. I told this man I would drive out to him. He lives 40 minutes away. I told him I would drive.
Bro, you were at the peak of your mic threshold. It's like about to cut out with every fucking syllable. It's so funny. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys had plans to like definitely see it at some point, like if you were just like here's my calendar, pick a day, then yeah, that's tough. That's tough, David. I don't know.
Cameron, that's literally what I said. I swear to God, I said it. I have receipts. I do. I fucking have the group chat.
Send me your calendar.
Do I have to send him the calendar for him to pick a day? Do I have to, Cameron? Do me. Do I have to?
If he doesn't have a list of days to pick from, then it's hard to pick a day. Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? What does pick a day mean?
Look, I don't know when we're both free, man.
If you say
It's me, you asshole! What is happening? Holy fuck! We're keeping all this shit, man. Fuck David.
God damn, dude. Oh my goodness. So I think what David's trying to say is he's wanted to avoid the situation of where he was like, all right, Saturday at 6, and you're like, oh, I have some shit then, and he's like, okay, Sunday at 2, and you're like, oh, I have some shit then. And you're like, all right, what about next weekend? And you're like, like I'm kind of busy then. Like I can maybe do like this time. And he's like, oh, that's like the one part of the weekend I'm busy.
How was it? Like what were you talking about before I blew up? You're saying you went to the movies recently.
I was talking about trailers and how they were really corny going back to it and not being used to seeing trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like loud as frick in the way they're cut. But frick that. We can talk about No Way Home. Maybe we should talk about No Way Home when Alex comes back. I don't know.
Oh, we could probably make a whole episode about it.
Probably, yeah.
It would be way fucking late.
Yeah, it'd be very late.
But
I mean, it wasn't like, I'll say this, you didn't miss out on much. I didn't have any crazy reactions for like throughout the movie. Like it wasn't like
wait. What the
I
fuck
feel
is
like
happening?
I knew everything that was gonna happen, and that's pretty much what happened.
Did you know about the multiverse and the multiple Spider-Men and spoilers for No Way Home, I guess, technically. But
Yeah,
if you haven't seen
yeah.
it by now.
Yeah, I knew every single person who was in it, and that's it was. My experience kind of got spoiled by not seeing it quickly. So
Yeah. That'll happen.
it was a movie that was kind of easy to ruin with spoilers. It didn't fully hold up to me, like knowing everything that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's still good, but
Wow.
Trevor's just really staring really hard because Trevor, you think this movie is like a masterpiece, right? You love it to death.
Solid 10
Yeah.
by far. Like it is one of the best movies. It is one of the best superhero movies ever made. It is the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
Damn.
I'll go on
Okay.
that ledge. It's not even
There
close.
you go.
wow.
It's
Man.
not even close. I held Homecoming and like Spider-Man 2, like the original Spider-Man 2, like neck and neck for like years.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, no way. I'm shattered it. It's not even close.
Wow.
I like that take, honestly. Yeah, I'm kind of
I
there
cried
with you.
twice,
Yeah,
and then I cried again when I saw it. Like,
Yeah,
it hits
true.
that hard for me.
True.
That's good. I should watch it again, but I don't know. It was good. Oh, I have a few Spider-Man movie I like more.
Spider-Man.
Can I ask which ones?
Yeah, I would say Spider-Man 2, Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, if we're counting that, that's tough. But
I think those two are my two favorites still. And the past two Marvel Spider-Man movies are really good. And I don't know, it's rough because I didn't know everything that was gonna happen in those movies, and this one I did. So
Far From Home, I mean, I've only watched it the one time with y'all, and it does not. There's no way it holds a candle to No Way Home.
I like Far From Home a lot. I mean, I think in the general opinion, probably not, but I like Far From Home a lot. I don't know.
Far From Home is really strong. I agree. I'm not putting it. I don't think it is a contest that it's. I think No Way Home is definitely way better. I mean, just grand scale. It's just they clearly they clearly like worked up to it and just dropped everything on you. I mean, it was. I guess I'll save that for if we do an episode for it. I don't know. I was gonna say it was a little wonky how like you could tell exactly how No Way Home was gonna go because of the fact that they set it up. They're like, okay, go capture all the monsters, and like this is your mission for the movie. And somehow, some way, because we told you that this button works this very specific way, and you have very specific feelings about what happens when I press that button, that's going to be the climax of the movie. And so that's what they work towards the entire time. So you do get set on a path, which isn't like my favorite thing. Like usually you can, like the more twists and turns is obviously enjoyable stuff. But I still adored that movie. It was still had all the fun, like, high school friends antics type stuff with the core group, and then they also get to do a lot of the antics with the multiple Spider-Men, and they make just loads of references, and the kind of scenes that you get with all three of them in the same movie where they talk about web fluid and stuff like that, and they're like oh, that's fucking great. Like those scenes can't exist like outside of that movie, and it was like one of my favorite things about it. So it's
him cracking his back.
Like because he's got back problems.
It's the most obscure reference because that shit happens in Spider-Man 2 where he's like, oh, my back. He like loses his powers and he falls on a car.
Yeah.
And then it happens that was in 2004. So 17 years later. And he's like, yo, my back hurts. Like, oh, let me crack it for you. Like, I'm another Spider-Man. Like,
and they have
dope as fuck. And then Andrew getting the second chance with, oh my God. Like,
Andrew gets the second chance with MJ. Dude. And like another moment of like all three of them is like that he loses Aunt May, right? And he's like, you guys could never understand. Like has that moment of like you guys don't understand that loss is. It's like we are you. Like, this is like, we are actually uniquely qualified to understand exactly what the fuck you're going through. And so you get that sort of, you know, camaraderie and stuff like that. It's super fun to watch and see come together.
Yeah.
It was wild seeing, like, it didn't feel real seeing them all together in one movie. I will say that.
With their own suits.
Yeah.
With their suits.
Yeah.
How weird would it be if they digitally like unaged Toby or something, like made him as young as he was like 15 years ago, like when those movies came out.
Like, would that be bizarre as shit? I don't know. I'm still torn on this, and maybe like in 10 years I'll feel different, but like I'm still torn on the idea of CGIing someone, like not taking, like, there's makeup. You can unage someone as far as you can with makeup. Yeah. But then there's taking it to the digital scale, and it's like, I don't know. It feels weird. It's almost like when they were talking about keeping T'Challa as Black Panther, you know, and like CGI him, and it's like, he's dead, man. Like, let him like rest in peace. Like, keep it on people that are already, like, they're still here. Like, there's still plenty of actors that can, you know, make another movie like that. It's I don't know. We don't have to keep, like, the same with Carrie Fisher. Like, we don't have to. You can find a way to kill her character off. Like, there's no need to make it forced, but that's just my humble opinion.
Yeah, not to mention that we haven't really gotten to the point where it looks perfect yet. At least, like in The Irishman, I think it was the best example where they de-aged Robert De Niro to like get to his current age, because he has to be younger in the movie, and it doesn't look bad, even though still there's a lot of people complaining about it, and it made sense for the kind of movie they were having to make and they wanted to make, but.
And it made sense when they were doing it with like Captain Marvel too, with Samuel L. Like, they had to de-age him for fucking 30, 40 years or whatever it was.
Yeah. Right. So, but then, well, there's this, there's, I don't know if you've seen the one example, but there's some that are kind of egregious.
Yeah, I haven't watched The Irishman. I want to watch it though.
Yeah, good movie. Very long.
Very long, I've heard, but I heard it's fantastic. That was a really random and very completely unplanned segue into No Way Home. So I'm going to put in very large letters in our description that this will be spoilers. So
yes.
Yeah. So a lot of cool movies coming out. Lamau. Speaking of movies, I guess that this was not on the docket for me, but the Batman movie is coming out March 4th, I think.
Oh man, so I'm excited for that.
We can go see that if you want. If you don't want
to
fuck me over.
Let's pick a day, bud.
Let's pick a day, man. Day to get this fucking knuckle sandwich.
Man, please.
Pick a day, fam. Oh, goodness.
That'll be interesting. I'm still not sold on the idea of Robert Pattinson being Bruce Wayne. I love him as an actor. I think he was great in Tenet when I saw it like a couple years ago. He's a fantastic actor. I don't know if I see it yet. We'll literally have to see it.
I'm pretty sold. It seems like he's gonna do like a more like brooding, like emotional type, like
actually give him personality instead of
because Batman is always like secluded and by himself, and he doesn't need anyone else, and he can solve the problems himself, and he's Batman, and he doesn't need other people's strength. He's got his own. There you go. You got the cup.
Wow.
So yeah,
I love his logo.
It'll be interesting to see if he takes like a slightly different turn with the character based on how the plot of the movie is. If it'll be like a more, you know, like his character profile centered film, or where they like actually flesh out, like the Joker, where they actually like flesh out like why he is who he is and stuff like that, or if it'll be more of glory fights and everything. So
I think they'll do a mix of both, because
they got to. You got to,
They can't make him a pussy.
Yeah, the trailer. I guess
I didn't watch the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to not generally.
I think
but the one I have seen. Yeah, it's really good. It looks like really like a good looking movie, like just the way it's shot and everything. And so I'm ready for it. And it's interesting they have I don't know if you know that, Trevor, who the villain is, so maybe I won't say.
Yeah,
it,
no, don't. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know
Okay,
either.
yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've
Are you
seen.
excited for the villain though?
It is. Yeah, I am. It's an interesting thing. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, it hasn't been done yet.
Well, it has, but not
Gotcha.
in a great way.
Okay.
Trevor's gonna accidentally
We'll
20
leave it
questions his way into
Yeah,
figuring
we'll
out the
leave it
villain.
Yeah, for real.
I haven't seen the other
Hasn't been done
Batman
yet?
movies, so
2000s or
besides,
2010s?
no.
2005.
Oh,
Batman. Which Batman?
Track 3.
Which Batman?
I've seen most of them.
Yeah, I've only seen the Nolan movies.
Yeah. Well, those are the best ones, to be frank.
Yeah, to be pretty frank.
The 1989 Batman is good. It's really
That's the
like
one
Jack
with Clooney,
Nicholson
right?
as the Joker. No,
Is it-
Michael Keaton for the first two. Clooney is in Batman and Robin in like the 90s, which is
Oh,
like the
yeah.
universally hated one.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're right. You're right. It's wild that and like in the 5-year span that he did Beetlejuice and Batman, that was so cool.
Yeah, with I guess like Tim Burton he was working with for both.
Yeah,
of
he
those.
did. Yeah, because Tim Burton directed that, right?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Makes sense.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go watch
That's
those.
fun.
Yeah, the first one is quite good. It's a classic. Jack Nicholson as a Joker is one of the best Jokers, I think. But,
It's
I've
hard
heard
to
that
beat
opinion.
Heath Ledger, man.
I got
yeah.
Zach Galifianakis best Joker, obviously.
Zach Galifianakis.
Are we making a pun?
He's the Joker in the Lego movie, in the Batman Lego movie.
Oh.
Uh,
I'm sitting there doing the fucking math meme from The Hangover, like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's his meme, yeah.
yeah,
hilarious.
double entendre.
Yeah.
nice.
But yes, no, his tour de force performance. But no, the Lego Batman movie is actually so funny.
I
It
hear
holds
it's
up
great.
massively. Yeah, it's great. So
Mhm.
Is that's not the one where he's like everybody's awesome?
That's
everyone is
just
cool
the
when you're
Lego
part of
movie.
a team. Okay, yeah.
that's like the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Is that I think that's that is one of the songs. I don't know when it is in the movie. I haven't seen that one, but
I think that was when they're doing like the construction. I vaguely remember it.
I
But
don't believe there's anything musical in Batman. There's some that they play music. Obviously, it's a movie. There's music in it, but I don't think there's like
a score
numbers.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Like the whole cast breaks into song. I don't believe that happens, but it's a really good one. It's got a really good sense of humor.
Wait,
The
before
Lego
you-
movie. Oh.
Wait, before I wanted to get one more fucking movie out. It's the they revealed during the Super Bowl that the Jurassic World Dominion movie is coming
true.
out.
Literally the movie I was gonna talk about.
Oh, you did? What? How did you segue that from Lego?
I think because didn't Chris Pratt play the main character in the original Lego movie? I think. Yeah, I haven't
Possible.
even seen it, but I think I heard that. So he'll also be reprising his role as the most boring action hero of all time
Goodness.
in Jurassic World Requiem or whatever the
man,
frick.
chill.
This character is nothing. I'm sorry, but bruh.
Isn't it
Yes,
just
he
they,
was,
like,
he was in the Lego movie.
They escape danger for like 2 hours, and then there's dinosaurs everywhere, and that's that.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hear any of the slander for Jurassic World. At least you can you can take a piss on Fallen Kingdom, but Jurassic World is a modern classic. I'm just gonna
A
throw it out
modern
there. That
classic,
shit is so
damn.
much fun.
Uh,
That shit was a blast. I
Just
saw that shit twice.
People getting absolutely nabbed by the pterodactyls and stuff.
freaking
beginning of that.
Indominus Rex.
Hell yeah.
It did spawn a
Indominus
great
Rex.
Black Thought line from freaking.
What?
Indomitable Indominus Rex.
What it said something like that. The ominous
Why?
Indominus
Wait,
The
we're in
Rex.
a
ominous
parallel
Indominus
universe
Rex.
where Cameron knows the fucking lyrics to Black Thought.
I think
and
it's.
know.
I think it might be because it's off of Music to Be Murdered By or something.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
yeah.
well, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fucking get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's like Black Thought, Royce to 5'9", like two other people. I think
Nah. And fucking Q-Tip.
Q-tip
Yeah.
Denon, yeah.
that's fucking hilarious.
That movie
that's-
is fun. I think
that's
did
why
see
I
it
know.
twice. That is why you know.
Because it's
Yeah.
off an M album and not because
Yeah,
of
get the fuck out of here. I thought he was quoting like Volume 2 or some shit. Like,
Yeah, no.
He got so happy for like 2 seconds, and I was like, "Nah, it's off Music to Be Murdered By." He's like, "All right, get back to the fucking nosebleeds, kid. You're get the fuck out of here."
get the fuck out of here.
I mean, the Jurassic World is fun.
The first Jurassic World is great.
I don't know if I would say great, but it's.
Go
it's
rewatch it.
I've seen it twice. It's fun, but it's also kind of dumb. and his dude, whatever Owen or whatever, he is
Owen
not
Grady.
a good. He is like just chilling, man, playing that role. Like good for him, but
I'm more attached to it just because like I had but we just graduated high school when it came out, and I went and saw it. It was just I was in a really happy time in my life, so I have a lot of great memories from it. But
it's fun. I mean, I still think, or the original Jurassic Park is my favorite, I guess.
yeah,
But
it's probably the quintessential Jurassic Park movie.
the Fallen Kingdom is hilarious.
Fallen Kingdom is not good. That was a stamp not good for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I'm curious to see how this one will go. I like the franchise in general, and fucking they have the Jurassic World Velocicoaster at Universal's Islands of Adventure, which is my favorite ride.
Oh
I've
yeah,
ever
that's
been
true.
on. So,
You love that one.
There you go.
yeah, it's hard not to love it. So I'm excited for that movie. But,
Yeah. I'm
Very
interested
nice.
to see what they'll.
I'll like I said, I have a little story to tell like at the end, but there's one more topic I wanted y'all's hot takes on. But did you see? Well, for one, we know that Donda 2 is apparently releasing next Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022.
Do we know that? Is that known by the general public?
We do not know that. That is not confirmed. But there was a billboard that he posted that was 222222222.
True.
And he's gearing up for it, and it looks to be more plausible because he just announced a concert at Miami on that same day, and it's called the Donda Experience. And I looked at tickets yesterday because they went on sale, and I was just curious. I was like, maybe I might swing around. Maybe it's like if it's like $80, I'll take a trip to Miami. Fuck it, I'll take a couple days off work. Nosebleeds were like $180. I'm like, all right, I'm not forcing myself to listen to Donda for that much. I'll do it for half price, but I ain't doing it for $200.
Floor seats come with the purchase of a $5,000 Yeezy NFT.
Is that actually true?
No, but imagine.
It was completely believable.
Yeah. Damn, that kind of makes it better.
I guess Kanye did say frick NFTs or something.
So.
12.
There's a lot of fucking weird drama going on with them right
12-minute Pete Davidson diss track incoming.
God,
I hope to fucking God that he doesn't like. Please don't mention Pete Davidson in this, like one bit, please, for the love of God.
It's very whack.
For the love of God, like literally, don't do it.
Talk about the love of God. I don't know.
Find God.
What are we gonna do? Will it come out? Probably not. Who knows? He's a CD Projekt Red of rappers at this point.
Damn.
When did he lose his credibility?
Got his ass.
Yay. The answer is yay.
Yeah. Instant answer. Yeah. I don't know. I'll listen to it. I have no idea if it'll be decent or terrible or good. Like, who knows?
I think it's gonna be another Donda. I think it's gonna be bloated. It's gonna be directionless. It's gonna be weird. So we'll see.
Trevor, you just don't understand him well enough. Your IQ is too low.
I only spent like 2 or 3 nonstop years listening to that man. So like I don't understand him at all.
No.
Dang.
Yeah, if you could educate yourself and then come back to the podcast so we can actually have a real conversation about this, I'd appreciate it.
No, that's facts. No, I agree, man. I only have late registration and graduation as like top 20 greatest hip hop albums of all time. Like it's not high enough, honestly.
Yeah, I mean they're like top 5. So just like come back when you figure out like how to listen to music literally ever.
No, you're right, man. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Just have a modicum of respect for the platform.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
Thank you.
But he is way past his fucking prime. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just help that man.
Interested.
Honestly, he needs help.
It's not good.
I'm not even gonna say that because that's just dismissive. But I think he is quite out there
in a legitimate way, like not in a joking way.
Yeah,
you should get a more stable set of people around him and that kind of thing, and maybe take some stuff that could help him. Like that's a totally legitimate thing to do to get yourself,
like regardless of your existing mental health condition, it is not easy to go through a divorce and like custody settlement, like the having to battle to see your children and whatever, regardless of what's already going on is going to be taxing and would suck. So if you have anything else going on top of that, and I mean the petty bullshit that the media wheels day in day out, I'm sure I would be completely susceptible to that if I was in that situation of, you know, googling myself and reading about what my life is like according to everyone else. So
yeah, he's been in the limelight for over 2 decades now.
So long. Yeah. So
it completely, it's not made for everyone.
It's not made for anyone, honestly.
He's had multiple, like, and not even like recently, like he's had multiple public breakdowns, like even right before My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He fucking shipped his ass over to Hawaii, and fucking that's all he did for 6 months before that album came out.
Every single person is just only that. They're a person. They're human. Their brain is the same. I don't think anyone was ever made to be that known by that many people in the way that our minds work and associate with each other and our little communities and groups and societies. And so
there's no break. Fame, like you don't
fame
get a break.
is
like
poison, and it's just
fame is the in the words of Hove, fame is the worst drug known to man. It's stronger than heroin. When you can look in the mirror like there I am and still not see what you become. I know I'm guilty of it too, but not like them. You lost one.
So so it's I hope everyone ends up okay in that situation, especially the kids, because it's always
the kids
fucked
are
for
what
the
I
kids.
focus on,
So
but Kanye concert next Tuesday. It'll be interesting. That's all I really got for that.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure. Talk about it later.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll see a Donda 2 review from the boys.
We shall see.
You know, I was the only one who thought Donda was decent, I guess. So, see what happens this time.
As much as I hate his music lately, not even hate, it's not for me at all. I will always have an affinity for that man. I will always check on his music just because of what he's brought to the game. You know, it's tough to be like, all right, I'm done with this music. Like he's had too much bullshit in the past few years where I'm like, I don't care, but I do. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't check on a Donda 2 or a Donda 24.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm really not invested in him as like a person or a figure anymore, or anything like that. But just, you know, what music is he gonna put out? I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at with like every celebrity. Even if I adore them, like even if they are great people, I don't give a shit as long as they're. I care about the music. That's all it stems down to me. So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Speaking of music, more music. I guess I'll just get into my little tangent while fucking Mr. Alex is gone. We went and saw Miss Dua Lipa on last Friday on February 11th. Which was a hell of a show. It was quite cool seeing one of my personal favorite albums of all time live. Basically, she played so she released that in like March of 2020, and then she re-released it like the following February with like 7-8 new tracks, and she played like 13 in total. She played like all of them.
That's awesome. Was the set list correct? The one you found beforehand?
Yeah, no, that set list was correct. It was like the same, even the same sequencing. The only thing that I wish that she played was "Prisoner" by, I guess it's technically by Miley Cyrus, but she's featuring on it. Mm-hmm. That song's a slizapper, but that's the only one I wish that was on the set list.
No, I'm definitely very jealous. Y'all looked fly as hell. You, Alex, and I believe your mother.
My mother was
I looked fly as hell on those tour shirts. The matching tour shirts. So that was great.
Thank you. One of my personal favorite tour shirts, and I keep saying that, but they just keep getting better.
Yeah.
It is clean. It is exactly what I wanted from it.
Yeah, it's nice. So.
But yeah, no, that was a shit ton of fun. That was one of the very few concerts that I've been to inebriated because I wanted to have it hit my soul. So I had about 4 seltzers before I left, and then we went and hit a pizza joint downtown, and then I had another couple there, and then my mom bought me a $12 Bud Light seltzer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, buddy.
Which was $16, or it was a 16 ounce, so it was a little bit bigger than the traditional 12 ounce. And that was it for the night. I was feeling it, but it was dope. It was super fucking dope.
Can't even. That sounds
Sweet.
lit.
When
Yeah.
the day after I went and saw Killswitch Engage and August Burns Red. So it is quite the time for everything. Really, everything is popping off.
Check
There's
out,
something to be a fan of.
Check out Sensible Skyline on Instagram to see the documented adventures
check
of
me out. Don't. I will delete your
Trevor's
request.
concert hopping. But anyway, yeah.
Trevor, what do you like better? Future Nostalgia or Dawn FM?
Oh, what?
Ooh, because
nostalgia, but
damn, because you said when we it was either before or after we reviewed it that this was this year's Future Nostalgia
of this
for this
year.
year, because that came out. Future Nostalgia came out January of 2020, right? So that was February,
March 20th of 2020.
March 20th, really? I thought it was much earlier.
Actually, March 27th. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone, everybody.
You keep talking.
I thought that was much earlier, but anyway, came out earlier in the year. Either way, that's 3 months.
March
in.
27th of 2020.
All right, 3 months in, so that's still beginning of the year. But anyway, something that came out early that you were like, "This is fucking sick. This could be my album of the year," even though you had like at least over half of the year to go, 75% of the year to go. So yeah, you said that could be that. So that you say that it's not close is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because it's hard to put albums that you adore like back to back like that, and especially considering they're not even close to being the same thing. They're not even trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's hard to compare them, even if they are both pop. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
But just in terms of listenability, it's Future Nostalgia all day.
Yeah,
I agree with
play
that.
over Dawn FM. But
I didn't
Dawn
give
FM
them both
is,
10s.
is fantastic. Yeah, I don't give 10s very often. So
I was gonna say, I wonder how many. Do you have a list of all the 10s you have in your mind? Because I wonder how many it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hate fucking saying this, but I do listen to a vast amount of music, so it might be more 10s than you're thinking, like, because you only have like the 6 that you have.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, I figured it would be more than me.
Mine would probably be a good 25, 30, if not 50.
Yeah, I mean that's why narrowing down your top 10 all time list was a
horrible,
month long effort.
Absolute horrible, painstaking.
Yeah.
Wow,
so it's a big episode for you when we did that.
I'd say I do. Yeah, sure. I'd say that I would put numbers to albums like that and go through all that shit, but I just did that for my Spotify playlist. I don't want to fucking do it again.
Yeah,
that shit took me like 2 weeks to put together. So.
Yeah, true. Take a break.
Yeah.
Take a break, Music Man.
Music
Jukebox Hero.
Yeah, no. Jukebox Hero. But yeah, that's all I got. That's all I wanted to talk about with you guys. Did you have any topics that you wanted to hit for the fellas or for the audience while we had some time left? Anything that hit your fancy over the week that you were like, oh shit, we should talk about this?
I don't think so.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Hope you
Happy Valentine's.
Yep, happy Capitalism Day.
spend
Some time with some loved ones, but
yes,
Every day is capitalism.
I am a corporate shill. I bought the heart-shaped chocolate to give to my girlfriend, so
you gotta do it at least
I'm
once,
a cog in the
I
machine.
can't hate you. If you do it again next year, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Nah, every year. Got to.
Fuck out of here.
Love that shit. Reese's taste better when they're shaped in a heart. You didn't know that?
Placebo.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone hanging out for Valentine's Day.
Yep.
For
I'm
sure.
celebrating it this coming weekend.
I'll actually show off real quick. I had spent last weekend visiting Madeline up in we drove to New Hampshire, this little house, and she got for us this little Lego set that is from their Valentine's Day collection.
Okay.
They're lovebirds, so
Jesus Christ.
they got that
I didn't
little
make that connection.
so
That's pretty cute.
it's actually like a lot of pieces. Like the birds are actually like super intricate. It took like a good little while to build, so it was fun.
That must have been hard.
So
yeah,
it was
Dope.
great.
very cute.
So
Yeah.
showing that off.
I'm proud of you for finishing that because I have a puzzle that is sitting on my coffee table that I started
Yeah, dude,
a
no,
month
it
and a
was-
half ago.
It was fantastic.
I have not.
They had like a electric fireplace at the place, so we just like turned that on, put blankets down in front, and just built a Lego set. It was like so wholesome, just a lovely
Nice.
little time. It was great.
I was gonna say,
So-
yeah, a small one like that is tough. When my sister went to Japan a few years ago, she brought back this tiny Lego set of this Japanese shrine. I guess it's a specific one. And when I eventually busted it out to freaking build it, I almost lost my mind building that thing. It was so insane. I don't know if it was actually Lego brand or what, but like, it was different, man. I don't know.
Did you finish it?
I did, yeah, but it would fall apart because the pieces were so small, and I mean now it's somewhere else, but
You still have it like constructed?
it's falling apart. I have it together, but it
Gotta super glue it.
falls apart. Yeah, I probably should have just done that. It falls apart easily. It's crazy.
Damn.
The puzzle that I'm doing is for the Big Lebowski, and it's just a portrait of the dude from the movie. And
Nice.
I looked into like how they how they kept puzzles together and frame them and shit, and then you basically just have to paint glue over them and like put it on a cardboard background and then kind of put it into the frame. Like
Yeah.
it's an intricate process, but
Yeah. We used to have a couple puzzles framed. My grampy loved doing puzzles, and so we got him. My family got him like a custom puzzle that was like a printed photo of all his grandchildren that he like put together, and then we did that. We painted it and put it up on the wall. So
that's dope.
it's fun stuff like that. Wholesome activities. Hope everyone's doing great out there.
Yes.
It's a cold freeze. I know. I don't know. I haven't been keeping my eye on the news. I know like the South is like they were wondering if Texas was going to hold it together for the cold freeze if the power grid was going to fail again. I don't know what's happening with that, but I know COVID cases are still up. So get your booster if you haven't already. You jerks.
You jerks.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't use inflammatory language on this podcast whatsoever. All right, I'm not that guy.
That's true.
All right.
Well, at least
But anyway.
I guess to like contradict what you just said, at least in Florida, it's getting better.
That's good.
I
I
at
hope
least
so.
the theme parks are rolling back their COVID restrictions in terms of like mask mandates and stuff. And I just looked up COVID cases, at least for Florida. It's like 1,000 yesterday when we were at like fucking God. We were at a lot just a little bit ago. So it's looking better. We'll see. It has basically become the new flu at this point. We're just living with it.
Yeah, in a way. Some people are still, deaths are still happening, so it's not.
Yeah,
but,
no, I'm not.
But same,
I'm definitely not.
Same way
dismissing
as the flu, right? The flu does still kill people, so.
absolutely still kills people.
So that actually is like an important thing that I need to do is to get a flu shot, because I've heard of a couple of people being like, "Oh well, I didn't get COVID, but the flu kicked my ass this year because I didn't get that shot." So.
Yeah, I need to get that too.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a flu shot.
I used to get them like literally every year, and I haven't gotten one like since I went to college, which is like kind of when I was most likely to catch it. But never did. I don't know. I finally got strep when I went to college, but so that was fun.
Yeah, I just went like it would be like every 3 years I would catch a cold, and then I'd be good after like a day, and I was like, I don't want to get hit with a needle. I'm all right. I'm pretty healthy, so I'm fine.
Yeah, but just anyway, stay safe. Keep yourself safe. Keep your loved ones safe. For sure.
Oh shizzle.
Y'all
wanna?
We went to. Sorry, one last interesting thing. The TD Garden where the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics both play. I went to a college hockey game there last night, Monday night. It's the Bean Pot, if anyone knows what that is. But anyway, it was Boston University.
I heard they give out pretty cool silver cups.
Yeah, they do. If you're in the upper level where we ended up being, because my dad shelled out. We got to pretend to be rich people for a night. It was great. But yeah, so
more drinks, bitch.
Yeah,
more drinks.
So anyway, we got a huge group together. No, we were super kind to the bartender. She was super nice to us. So yeah, of course, and you tip well. She was a super sweet lady. So, so did that and everything. But on the you have to show a vaccination card or a picture of one to get into the TD Garden. And so, like, they check them, but they don't check them. Like I have a picture on my phone, and he basically registers like, oh, this is a picture of a vaccination card. Apparently, when they first started doing it, they were checking IDs, but it was probably taking way too long, and it was like making massive lines or something. So like literally, you just flash like a picture of a vaccination card, and they're like, that's good. Like my brother and I could have the exact same picture of one on it, and they would be like, yeah, you're fine, go through. And so you're supposed to wear your mask in the building the entire time, and they enforce it if you're like walking around in the halls and stuff, but mostly if you're in your seats, because people have drinks, they don't worry about it. But it has like COVID-19 vaccine or immunization required to enter, and someone had put a sticker over that said, that caught my eye because I saw the word segregation out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, this will be good. And it was medical segregation is wrong. So
yo, that's very dumb. That reminds me of a story I actually have.
Yeah,
that's very dumb.
Along the same lines, what was it, a week or two ago? Me, my sister, and my sister's fiance Billy, shout out. We're going out a little bit, just getting dinner in downtown DeLand, I think. And downtown DeLand, I've noticed like most people there don't wear masks. It's just, I don't know, it's a thing, I guess. And it's a very crowded place on like a weekend night usually.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you know, we put them on, like we parked in this parking lot to go to this restaurant, and it's like a block away, and we put them on like outside before we go in because we're just going to have them on anyway and whatever. Obviously, you know, CDC says like outside, it's not that important, whatever. We just had them on. And so we're walking on the sidewalk as soon as we like get out of the parking lot, and we hear like roof, roof, roof. We hear like this loud dog barking, or what we think is a dog, and this big pickup truck comes going like blazing by super fast, and it's a guy making a dog barking sound, and and we're looking for the dog, and then he goes mask, and then he says the F slur for gay people and yells it at us.
What?
Yeah, like
Lovely.
Directly at us, super loud, and we just like look at him and keep on walking. It was wild.
So
I have another story like that's not connected to that at all, but just like human stupidity. I was, at the theme park just like 4 hours ago. We're on the ride, we're about to get on, and I see this dude that's like going on the train right before us, and I look at the back of his shirt and it says, and it's the most fucking American shirt you can see like in your life. It's like 9-line apparel. Fuck that line, by the way. And it like the back of the shirt says, "I stand for the national anthem." Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking hate people. I hate them so much. I hate that turned into the thing that it did.
Yeah, a lot of people like just for some reason decided they were being persecuted against. Like that.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Especially white people that do it. That's fucking dope, man.
Like
I love it.
Like, oh, society is completely structured in a way that disadvantages certain people. We should do something about that. And the idea of like pointing that out to them is like, so you're gonna take down like our position of like any sort of important, like you're just gonna make them like the heroes of society and stuff like that. Like what about the white guy? Like the white guys are just trying to live, man. It's like the white guys can live just fucking fine, bro. Like no one, thriving. Like you're only upsetting yourself. Like anyone talking online about like how whoever is doing a bunch of bullshit, you are going there and making yourself angry about it, and your actual life day to day gets no different or no worse or no better. You've just like gone and upset yourself and decided you were being persecuted against because people correctly say that society is unfair and should be restructured, and that bad things are happening to people because of fucked up reasons, because of racism and stuff. Like you're just normal ass people walking down the street with masks on. If that guy feels so empowered to scream out his window in a downtown area a homophobic slur at you for wearing a mask, like, man, he
raised his own blood pressure, and hopefully that will that will do its thing later on
Yeah,
down
dude.
the road. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah.
I don't wish death on anyone,
Bro,
but-
the amount of stories you see of people clipping it on Twitter of stuff like literal like small town politicians and cops and everything that like cops that have resigned from their jobs because they refuse to get the vaccine that like die from it a couple months later. It's like it's poetic justice of the most unfortunate kind, where it's just like you could have lived, like you could still be with your family, they could still have you, but you decided to take a stand against nothing. You decided to take a stand against public health and safety. What? Who
yeah,
are
there was
you?
a lot of
What
like
is happening?
ironic, like there was like a lot of ironic deaths on there that is like were super publicized, like and even meme to death, where it's like there's Facebook posts of people saying, you know, fuck the vaccine, I'm not getting a
Yeah.
vaccine, it's fake news, and then they die 2 weeks later and they're like on their deathbed like typing out on Reddit or fucking Twitter like,
Yeah, and
guys, get the vaccine, like I'm on a fucking respirator, I'm barely breathing, and like they pass
Yeah.
out and die like an hour later.
A lot of it has the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm outro music
Yeah.
over it as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I just find it horribly tragic that because it's people are getting it's information lines. It's the fact that these people never had like, I mean, they had a chance, but the fact that people are profiting off of like just spitting misinformation into the wild, and other people are like looking for it and clicking on it and making the money, and so they keep on just spouting just absolute bullshit because people find it addicting and will continue listening to it. And it's like I'm sick and tired of people just being told how to think as opposed to like I don't know. It's frustrating. Everything's frustrating. I want everyone to actually just, you know, keep themselves and everyone they care about safe, as opposed to just being ignorant for ignorance's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Not to
Definitely.
end the episode on a very heavy note, but Jesus.
Yeah. It's just tough, dude. The world is fucked and people can make it less and they decide not to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they decide the opposite. They decide to just pour bad into the world. So I'll take us out first, and David, you can go second. How about that? Because I'm segueing properly. So with my mantra being, you know, be kind, stay safe. That's what you should do. You should counter all those people putting negative energy into the world. Trevor's a big believer in what goes around comes around. So with his philosophy as well of universal karma, go out there and do something good for someone or for yourself, because taking care of yourself is important as well. So, you know, keep yourself safe, be kind to everyone, and, you know, let people do what they're doing if they're not hurting anyone else, and don't be a dick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Yep. If Alex was here, I know he'd be saying I love you all.
True.
So you know what? I'm not gonna say it for him, but I just know in spirit he's saying it. I can't take that role from him, but I'm here. I'm saying it was real. This was a cool sesh. Was I gonna say something?
It's a cool sesh.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything deep. I was trying to think of some cool message, but
It's tough,
You know
man.
what?
It's tough to do it on the spot without sounding like you're blabbering.
yes, everyone just be chill and, you know, think critically, do what you gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't never
Stay
never
strong.
let one source tell you exactly what the world is. Always question your reality and figure things out.
I question everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Yeah, this was a great episode. I lost my cool on David, and I apologize for that. I meant
Bro,
every
that
word I
was
said.
hilarious.
But I meant every word I said.
Yeah.
Bro, the fact like you'll die when you listen to it back. Like your mic is like a point 0.2 decibels from cutting out with every word you
Was
say.
it coming through?
Yes, like
Yeah.
completely, but you could hear it peaking. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I apologize for losing my temper, but
That was fucking
I
great.
still love you.
Yeah.
No, this is dope. Getting to talk about some entertainment. Hopefully, this, the last like 20 minutes got a little on a serious note, but hopefully the whole episode gave you something to take your mind off things. If you're having a bad day or bad week, bad year, bad life, things always get better. So, in the famous words of Crip Mac, don't commit suicide. We love you. Stay here. Yeah, that's all I got. Life gets better. Till then, next week we're doing Demon Slayer, right? For the people.
Yes,
So we're
Doing a
doing
Demon Slayer
goddamn
review.
Ooh, baby.
Season 2.
Oh,
And
I'm
the week
excited.
after we're doing and then the week after we're doing a little Sims review. So you guys got some great content to look forward to from the Unboxing Light boys.
hell yeah, dude.
Maybe we'll do a Batman review for you guys too.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, maybe Donda 2 too. Who knows?
Yeah, we got a shit ton of stuff. We got the Jujutsu Kaisen movie coming out in a month. So
Go
there's
back. Go back
What?
to our roots and put Donda 2 review and Jujutsu Kaisen review in the same episode.
I'll just make the artwork like one half
Yeah.
Donda 2, one half Jujutsu.
Yeah, go listen to the Logic and Death Note
Yeah.
or Future Sex Demon Slayers for that matter.
We'll just call the episode Jujutsu 2.
Yeah, good God, fucking Christ.
So, yeah. With all that said, we love you all, including Alex. We won't say I love you all. We love you
Yes.
all. You beautiful people.